I would like to hear more about your travels because you are very famous from traveling all these different wine regions. You said that this was your opening to the wine industry, Eastern Europe and these countries. Uh, how was that beginning, and what was the
I,
main
I'll give you a couple.
attraction?
I'll give you a couple of stories. Actually, I just got back from Serbia. One of the actually a couple months ago I was in Georgia, and then also I was just in Serbia. I just came back a few days ago. When I first landed in Serbia, I wasn't expecting much. This was in 2016, first time I landed in Serbia, and I was actually blown away by the quality of wines.
Hmm.
There were a couple of producers there that I visited, and back then in 2016, they were two of them were like in garages. One of them had just crafted one wine that had just won a big award, I think a decanter for one of the best wines of that region. Another producer was new on the scene. I visited him way in South Serbia. I had to go through a bunch of weird roads to get back there. There's no tourists whatsoever. I just saw them a few days ago. The first one that crafted that wine that was one of the best in Central and Eastern Europe. He has this huge winery on top of a hill. He has reception rooms to host different people. His portfolio is expanding. The wine's just fantastic. Him and I were talking. I said, "I'm so proud of how far you've come along." He said the same thing to me because they saw me when I first started. He's like, "It's really amazing what you've done." Another other producer that started in the garage was making 8,000 bottles a year, and now is up to 55,000 bottles a year. So now it's more of a
Wow.
real-time business. The wines are still excellent as ever, and that's cool. Your country, your native country, Hungary, I think is one of the most exciting places in Europe for me to travel. I mean, Hungary, Portugal, because Hungary, obviously there's a language barrier because not all Hungarians will speak English. And there are a lot of excellent wines just being made in tiny qualities, hidden in weird corners of the country, even famous regions in somebody's garage, and they're bottling. And I don't know if they're really trying to. I have no idea what they're trying to do with some of these wines, but that's the real exciting part when you go and you find out people that are really passionate. They don't even care about marketing. They just want to make the best wine they possibly can. Another great story is there's actually one of my favorite producers in the world. It's called Miani. He's from Enzo Pontini. He's from Friuli Venezia Giulia uh, in northeastern Italy. Not a lot of people know even about him. 15,000 bottles a year. He's just a farmer. The only time you can visit is in the morning before he goes to the vineyard or at night. He doesn't have a cell phone or email. I've been to his place a couple of times. I remember the first couple of times I went there, I just waited until dusk, and then the tractor comes in. He said, "Okay, we can taste a few wines." We go down to the barrel room and taste them, and a couple of wines were just moving, made me cry. It's so funny. Nobody knows about these wines except the top because they're allocated. I mean, his whites are $150, $300 a bottle. His reds go for $600 a bottle. But in the cellar, they're nothing. He's just a farmer. He's just trying to make the best possible wine possible. One of my friends who's a producer actually went to visit him one time, and this producer, his friend, was running his mouth about biodynamics and stuff. And Enzo Pontini of Miani looked at him and he said, "Come with me in the vineyard. I'll teach you how to work." So you get people like this that are real vignerons, real producers, are just making the best possible damn wine that they can.
Wow, wow, that is very beautiful, and I totally agree that these winemakers who are like just disengaged from all the waves of the wine industry, just focusing on their wine, they are doing not following the styles that the trends, just doing what they like. These are the most authentic experiences, and it's a real game and a fantastic experience to find these hidden gems as you
I
do.
think, yeah, people that really get into wine are really some people that get into stuff 100% because you're going to sift through a lot of crap to get to that one gem. And
Yeah.
a lot in the wine world, a lot of gems have been uncovered, although there are a lot more to be discovered. But it takes a lot of work, it takes effort, and not everybody has the free time or the finances to try a lot of bottles, or even go out and travel. I feel real fortunate. I know I'm like in position, me, other wine writers, where you're getting sent lots of wines to taste. You can taste a little, you can move on to the next one, but not understand not everybody's in that same position. Just like anything, there's so many choices of wine, and people are just baffled by the choice. And they look and they say, "Okay, if I've got $30 to spend. I want to spend that bottle that's really going to give me that experience, which in a way, I think in wine is the wrong way to look at it. I understand where they're coming from, but wine is not a tangible product like an iPhone where you buy the best model possible. I think the wine is really truly about the journey, about discovering, tasting, and the journey.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section and see you in the next one.